me sit up a little more proper.
Now that Fireball song stuck in my head.
Fireball.
Are you recording right now?
I've been recording, yeah.
Oh shit.
Since you started talking shit. Hey everyone, welcome back to Watching with Wingblade for the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 6. It's the season finale. Hopefully not the series finale. Hopefully just the season. We can either get a second season of this or even a movie. That's my prediction for it. We'll see what happens with that. But I'm Sean Wingblade.
And I'm Jermaine Jackson. And I'm excited to see this episode 2, with this being the last series in the MCU timeline. They can actually create more seasons if they want. They can go wherever they want with this before leading up to the next MCU movie. So last time we
and
watched
Black Widow is set in the past.
Yep.
So they don't have to hold anything true. Yeah, they don't have to hold true to whatever timeline's going on there.
Yeah.
The next thing we're gonna see is Loki, but right before Black Widow, but that's gonna jump all over time from the looks of the trailer. So that's interesting. Yeah, we don't have to hold true to anything. And I've wondered, and I haven't looked it up, I should have done it, but I wonder where this fits with the timeline of Spider-Man Far From Home, because I think that mentioned that it takes place like 6 months or so after the blip, and this one definitely says 6 months after the blip. So I think these are kind of like parallel stories in a way. I don't think they're going to intersect at all. I just think they're kind of happening at the same time.
Because Far From Home is the chronologically it happens after Tony is passed away already.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they deal with all that. So yeah, we left off the last episode with basically Carly in the park in New York, being helped out by Batroc the Leaper, delivering some weapons, who was sent there by Sharon, because you can tell it was hard to hear if you were listening, but if you ever watched it back with subtitles on, you could definitely tell it was Batroc on the phone with her. Mm-hmm. And they take over the senator meeting or the what is it called, the GRC, who are going to be voting on.
They're going to do a vote, yeah.
Yeah, what to do with all the displaced people after the blip. And then we end on Sam, who got that case from the Wakandans, that Bucky delivered, and I think we all know it's a suit. I mean, what else could be in there? Obviously, Bucky called in a favor.
It has to be a hybrid, like Cap and Falcon suit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which he had in the comics. He had a nice like stars and stripes type. Had a, if I'm remembering, he had a star somewhere in the middle. It was all obviously red, white, and blue, which I think most of his costume from this whole season was kind of like a grayish with that red color on it. It's actually it's the background of our image actually right here. And so obviously they leave that as a cliffhanger. They're gonna tease us. we're gonna hop right into him, you know, I don't know, flying in to save the day, or at least, you know, whatever confrontation's about to happen. Right. They gotta save all these senators.
And then the last thing we saw with John Walker, he was pissed off and making a aluminum shield to fight the flag stompers.
Right, the flag stompers. Yes, he was pulling old Iron Man, making something out of his garage, basically. The original Iron Man making a suit out of the cave.
Reynolds wrap.
Reynolds wrap sheet metal. You know, but he was putting his medals on it too. His was it Medal of Honor or something, and was that, you know, something to throw in the faces of whoever he's fighting.
Yeah, it looks real low budget, real cheap.
We'll see how it looks. I think it'll look great. I don't think it's gonna work very well.
I think it'll look great, but it's like anybody you're fighting give two shits about what you did for America.
True. So. Yeah. As soon as he throws that thing, I think each of the circles is just gonna shatter. It's gonna break. Like
It's just gonna be a bunch of rings.
It's just gonna bounce. It's just gonna pop off, and it's gonna be a bunch of
He's
different
gonna
size
get
rings.
punched and they're gonna all fly like Sonic rings.
Yeah, there
Fly
you
everywhere.
They all have a mind of their own. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm ready to hop into. Are you?
Yes, sir. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
This is it.
Bum 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 bum.
Last episode.
Yes.
Did they ever get into the details of this vote? Like, what exactly happens to the people that were brought back from the blip?
I think that's what they're voting on, but it seems like some of them just like, hey, let's just ship him away. Oh, there he is. They just want to ship him away, pretend they don't exist.
Wow.
They called him Sergeant Barnes. Mission Impossible mask. The whole look of this room is so ominous and red. Oh.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, that reminds me of the first Avenger, like the very first Captain America suit.
I just watched Winter Soldier the other day.
Yeah.
Still holds up.
Uh-huh. That's why it's still the #1 Marvel movie in so many people's eyes. He's locking him in. She was just trying to delay him.
Yeah, you're not gonna get to her like Sam did.
Yeah, she was just playing him.
Damn.
Oh,
Mustard
he got
gas.
fucked up. Oh, yeah. Damn, she fucked him up. Mercury gas. Oh, his skin was boiling.
Yeah.
Sam's all, I don't got time for you, dude.
Peace.
That's awesome. Red Wings out there doing recon. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh. That's dope. That was a cool, like, shield looking thing.
Damn. Those wings are hella better than the ones before.
Right?
He gave what? Taurus the hand-me-downs?
Yeah, he totally did.
Oh.
Oh. I thought he was going to do the cap thing where he throws the motorcycle.
Yeah.
That would have been dope. There he is.
Oh, shit. It looks legit.
Yeah. You can see the stitching in the middle, though. Huh.
It's the highest sound when it's on the ground.
Right. She said, screw your shield. Ooh.
Oh.
That was dope.
What do I do?
This is a moment for him. Oh, he went after the people.
Look like he was struggling with that for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like trying to decide.
I mean, Lamar told him
Ooh.
straight up. He said, hey, you make the best decisions in every situation.
Yeah.
I bet you, you know, he was thinking about him in that moment, too.
Yeah.
That was his conscience. All right.
Ah, that's dope.
Little baby Red Wings. Mm-hmm.
That was corny.
Okay, that was cheesy, but you know, it's like a sweet earned moment.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Y'all gonna learn today,
Right? What is Sharon doing this whole time? Bucky's like, all right, we can't let this guy go
Yeah.
alone. He's gonna kill someone.
I want a chance to beat his ass if he step out of line.
Right. So apparently she's the power broker. It was so obvious that it turned me off of that. But I was wrong.
I don't do blackmail.
Oh!
Sam, save a girl.
Nah, she ain't falling for that again. She gonna get popped. Ooh.
Yep. Of course, Sharon was still there.
And I don't need you spilling any secrets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, she could have. She could right now. Damn.
That's sad imagery. He tried to. He was trying to talk her down, trying to change her mind any way he could, without it resulting in this, basically.
If you could remember what it was like to be helpless and face a force so powerful it could erase half.
I feel a part of the show that that demographic we always talk about is about to get mad.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm a black man carrying
Yep.
stars and stripes.
Here come the tears.
Mm-hmm.
Stairs, the judgment. And there's nothing I can do to change it.
Oh shit.
We can't demand.
And he said they would never let a black man be Captain America.
Right.
How are you going to use it?
Yep. Mic drop.
Mic drop. Walk on.
Or mask drop.
Mask drop. Shield drop.
Yeah.
Walking off.
One world, one people.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
It's like that Hail Hydra shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
It looked like a red dot
Who the
on the
hell is
side of the
that?
van.
Who is this?
That's Zemo's old ass butler. It's evil Alfred.
Wait.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Look at that smile.
Look.
She's back.
Hey, Walker, check your phone.
She's hella funny.
Yeah.
He's about to be like a dark,
Yep.
literally like a dark Captain America.
U.S. agent. Yep.
He's about to do some. Sounds like he's gonna like tackle the same stuff, but not be so political about it and like be shady as fuck and kill whoever he wants to get the mission done. It's
He's back at his
Asian
friend's
dude.
house. Yeah. He's not wrong. He was under control. Those words under Hydra's control.
If I heard that, I would want to know more. Like, as like they were making you, but you were. He's not really telling the whole story. Like
Right.
basically, I wasn't conscious while I was doing it. It was mind
Yeah.
control.
Yeah, give me a little more context of whatever you're talking about.
What you want, Black Falcon? But it's still black.
That's fine.
Man, they better do something with his grandson.
Right? Bring him into Young Avengers. Call him Patriot. They give him a plaque.
What?
Nice. Oh, they gave him a whole wing.
Wow. I
At
thought it
least-
was going to be just a LCD screen with
Yeah.
some, like that, but just on the screen.
Yeah, you see him popping up throughout the museum too for Cap. That's awesome.
Now they'll never forget what you did for this country.
Nice. Oh man.
Almost got a man tear out of me. Yeah.
It's the
Tom
cookout.
pie. Yes.
Yeah, Bucky got invited to the cookout.
Yeah. You saw how he was looking at Sam's sister? He down with the swirl.
He's ready. Look at him.
Yeah.
Talking her up.
and they're like hella big, hella close friends in real life.
Look at the title card. Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Oh shit!
Nice. That's it. I think this goes to show you this. It was called, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but this was really about Sam's journey, I think, more than anything. It had a lot of Bucky overcoming his grief and his guilt about what he did, as his time as the Winter Soldier. But
I think the show kind of transitioned. It was more focused around Bucky, and like by the end of it, it's really all about Sam. Not all about Sam, but mostly about.
It was mostly about Sam and his journey, and the background of what it means to be a black man trying to pick up the mantle of Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially knowing Isaiah's history.
Right. What he went through, getting tested on.
Yeah.
Experimented on, unbeknownst to himself.
Right.
Yeah. Unwilling too. Let's see if there's something after the credits. I gotta drop a little tease.
So now we're like 2 for 2 with the Marvel series that's showing us a transition of a character.
Yeah, absolutely.
From like one character to another, from Wanda to Scarlet, and then Falcon to Captain America.
Yep. I would have liked it to say Captain America and Bucky, but maybe, Bucky still has some stuff to work out. He dropped off the booklet at his therapist. So he's saying, hey, I'm done with that. I filled it out. I made my amends, like Sam said in the previous episode. It's not about you saying sorry. It's about you being there for them and helping them move on, not yourself move on. But I think he still has work to do, unless he's just going to keep the moniker of Winter Soldier. I feel like it's kind of a negative connotation, but if he keeps it, he keeps it. They don't know what they're doing.
Why was she in the hot seat? What happened?
Nice. After Civil War, they were all on the run. They all went to the raft.
Oh, shit.
Look at that smile. They all went to the raft, and Cap broke them out, and she was on the run with them.
Start lining up our buyers. Super soldiers might be off the menu, but we're about to have full access to government secrets, prototype weapons.
Is she talking to that old man that blew up the truck?
For everyone.
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Wow. So where her shit gonna come into play?
I doubt she's talking to old man who blew up the truck, because that was Zemo's butler guy, and I don't think he is into whatever. Like, he's not into the government stuff. He was just trying to get rid of super soldiers because he doesn't like the idea of super soldiers in general being out in the world, being able to exist type of situation. She could be talking to Valentina Allegra, whatever her name was. I can't remember now what her name was. So many names. DeFontaine. She could be talking to her. She could be just some random person. They did announce that Captain America 4 is going to be coming out after this, so that makes sense that Walker's still around. He's now U.S. agent, which was expected. Now Sam is now Captain America, and Bucky is still Bucky. Bucky could turn into Nomad or something. He could adopt that moniker.
Yeah.
Kind of just go dark. But he's in good graces with the government, so that wouldn't make any sense.
I'm wondering when Anthony Mackie's and Sebastian Stan's contracts are up with MCU.
Oh, right. Just to see.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they can always re-up contracts. I mean,
Yeah.
Disney just announced a deal with Sony to get all of the Sony Spider-Man movies onto Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had issues in the past, and we almost didn't get Spider-Man 3 because they wanted to take Tom Holland back. They struck a deal and made it happen. So deals can always be changed. They'll re-up them on their contracts. They'll give them more money or whatever.
I remember that, and the nerds got on the internet so fast and started fucking flaming Sony. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Right.
Y'all better make this work. Y'all better come up with a better deal. And it's like, in all actuality, it's probably Disney being hella difficult.
And they both want a little bit of something. Yeah. They got to meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
But all right, let's stick to the show. Okay, so we see at the beginning, Sam is Cap. He's coming in, shields ablazing, throwing the shield around, fighting Batroc, saving the people. I love the whole aerial combat scene with the helicopter. That was dope. Yeah. Kicking the dude out. And then we get, Bucky was supposed to keep an eye on the hostages. He let them go. You see right away, Sharon's murdering people with gas. And that kind of started making me tilt. I was off the power broker thing because I thought it was too obvious. But
right.
She murdered this dude with gas. I'm tilting back. She's being ruthless. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. She on her Carly shit.
Yep. So they're rolling after the hostages. Sam does the helicopter thing, and then we get John Walker joining in when Bucky's down there.
And they beat the shit out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
put him.
It's
straight
crazy. Y'all all got super serum, but maybe they just like better trained in hand-to-hand combat.
See, that's the thing.
He was whipping the shit out this dude.
That's the thing, though. They're not better. He has Purple Hearts or whatever. He's a war vet, and all this stuff. And what are they? They're supposed to be like kids. They're just refugees, right? So that's.
He should be handling them.
He should be. That's one. That's something that, because a lot of the COVID affected this series, so you got to think about the real world aspects. They had to change some storylines around. I wonder if Ayo from Wakanda was supposed to be the one to come meet Bucky, or maybe it was like originally Chadwick and then he passed on and they had to rewrite some parts of that. I wonder if that had any effect or not. I don't know if that's true, but it just makes me wonder if he had a relationship with T'Challa after his time in Wakanda. Because I feel like they chopped up the Flag Smasher storyline so much. It wasn't like what was their end goal? Their goal was just to keep things the way they were.
Yep.
Keep borders down. Keep helping people. Help the little guy, I guess. But it wasn't super clear. They never really explained it very much. And so I feel like we're missing something when it comes to them. And how were they able to just beat? I mean, granted, you got multiple people beating up on super soldier for super soldiers. They're all gonna be able to compete, but they had no combat training, so that makes me wonder. Or they could have, if there's scenes on the cutting room floors, basically what I'm saying.
And also too, like I know, the whole point of these shows, I think it revolved around evolving these characters, right? So then they come, I don't know if the story was thought up first and then like, oh, let's change him to, Captain America, like after the fact, which I don't think it was that way. I think it was the first way. They were thinking about Scarlet Witch already, and they were thinking about the new Cap, and then decided to make these shows.
Sure.
And I know that the whole storyline with the Flag Smashers is supposed to be the driver to get this character from A to Z, but that could be why the story is coming across the way it is, just because the focus was around transitioning these characters. And of course, what you said with COVID and, a lot of stuff not making the cut.
No, true. Yeah, they were focused on the growth of the main characters, which was Sam and Bucky. And then the Flag Smashers were literally just a vehicle to drive the main character's growth to get to the next movie or the next series or whatever. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so we're getting the battle. They, Batrox joins back in. They hit the smoke. They go down below. We finally get revealed that Sharon is the power broker by this conversation with Carly, and there was no other interaction through the whole show between those. Excuse me. No, I don't think, right?
Yeah. This is because that was supposed to be that like shock. That was supposed to be the scene that was supposed to be like shock value for the viewers.
Right.
She got her gun up to her, but then she's like, "I'm so disappointed to you," and that makes us, that makes our ears go up. Like, what? Y'all know each other? Yeah.
Exactly.
And Sharon wanted to get rid of her.
Yeah, absolutely, right away.
Yeah.
Was Sharon? How far are you on your MCU rewatch?
So we're at Age of Ultron, and we're just finished Age of Ultron, and we're gonna start Ant-Man. So I've seen Sharon already. In what movie did I see her in? I can't remember.
So I'm looking it up.
I've seen her already.
Just to confirm my theory. It says we do see Sharon Carter among the images of those that were blipped at the end of Avengers Endgame. So she was, and I thought so, she was one of the images along with Ant-Man. Granted, he wasn't blipped, he was just in the quantum realm. But I think Shuri was on there. There was a Peter Parker. They ran through a bunch of the heroes that were blipped. But she said when they were in Mandrapore that she had been on the run for 7 years. So what happened when the blip happened? Did she just decide to go underground? Did she basically fake her death? And so they thought she was blipped, kind of like they thought Ant-Man was blipped. But that's such a jump. Like, she just straight up, she was a hero. She was straight up a hero in Winter Soldier and in Civil War.
Yeah.
So that's such a stretch, I guess, for if she was on the run, she's blaming her country for abandoning her, but she faked her own death. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And then we see at the end, she's jumping she's talking to someone after she get the hearing. Like, she planned this whole thing. It was all part of her plan.
I also wonder if the whole thing with them voting to see what happens with all the people that got blipped, if that story will continue onto the movies in some form or fashion.
That's possible.
Some political stuff going on in one of the movies.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. But I mean, you heard what Sam said on the street. It's like you guys are in your room making these decisions for, millions of people, but you're not including the people you're making decisions for. You can't just be you in the room. You got to include the other people.
Yep.
The people you're actually talking about and choosing how their life is going to go. Yep. Which was a great speech. That was his moment. That was his Captain America. You just watch Winter Soldier when basically Cap takes over that control room and is talking to all the SHIELD agents.
Yep.
There's been some things said about me that aren't true, but I'm always going to stand up for what I believe in, and this and that and the other. This was Sam's moment to express to the senators, and granted, all of the news cameras that were watching him too.
Right.
We see Isaiah at home, being proud, basically, is what I got from that. He's like, hey, I said it couldn't happen. Sam's proven him wrong, making it happen, standing up for what he believes in. And he's going to be that new shining example of what Captain America is and what the the best version of what we want America in general as a society to be.
Yep.
You know, to be diverse, to be included, you know.
Yep. 100% agree.
Yeah. I don't think that erases a lot of what happened though.
No.
It doesn't make everything better with a snap of a finger. So
Yeah.
there's still a lot to unpack there, right?
I see what you did there.
But yeah, I mean, there's still a lot to unpack there. There's still going to be a lot of hurdles to jump over.
Yeah. Man, I'm ready. I'm ready for the next phase, man.
Yeah.
Are these shows technically phase 4?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, unless they're gonna separate phase for the shows and separate phase for the movies, I don't think they're gonna do that because they're all kind of a cohesive story.
All right.
Right. Anything else about this episode, or what? Anything you want to bring up from the series as a whole?
Series as a whole, I don't know. It's a on one side, I'm like, yes, it was entertaining. I don't think that the Flag Smashers and what they were going through is a strong enough storyline to carry a show. But at the same time, it's 6 episodes, and they can't have something super deep because how are you going to resolve that conflict in 6 episodes?
Yeah,
it's going to be like season 8 of Game of Thrones if you do too much.
I mean, it's kind of like 2.5, 3-hour movies.
Yeah.
And they resolve the Red Skull in one movie of Captain America. They resolved the Winter Soldier. Oh, I guess no, the Winter Soldier carried through.
Carried to Civil War.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so they kind of carried that tie through. But I mean, any movie that's written well is going to be able to introduce their villain, give us a backstory, make us feel for them, and shut them down at the end so the hero can win.
Yep.
Yeah, the Flag Smashers, they left me wanting a little bit of something more, a little bit more of a substance thing to them.
Yep.
I think that's the best way. It's just not like, hey, you're this or that is bad. It's just like wanting just a little bit more out of them. But they also had Walker and Lamar, you know, as this other antagonist thread to pull on.
Yeah. And
introduce the power broker as well, which we find out later Sharon. So they had more conflict than just the power brokers, than just the Flag Smashers.
Yeah, and they got to get real careful and strategic on like how they do villains or what the conflict is going to be in any of these TV shows or these standalone movies. Because when it's Avengers, of course, it's going to have to be something that's going to be threatening the world.
Yeah, right.
Maybe even the galaxy. You know what I mean?
They call it an Avengers level threat. Right?
Yeah.
Like something let me call my friends for something I can't handle.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. Like you're not going to, yeah. And so with these standalone projects, it's got to be more of a like ground level enemies or like threaten. Maybe they can threaten the United States, but not the not the galaxy or anything like that. It's just them by themselves. They're not going to be able to take care of that.
Yeah, I think that's something a good writer will do too. After you've gone so big and you're threatening the galaxy, the world, the universe, etc., you have to shrink it back down as small as possible and make it a personal story.
Yep.
Make it more than just everyone's in danger. No, make it something emotional, like I was betrayed by my best friend, like that type of story where it's just so personal, something relatable that the audience can come in from the outsider's perspective and relate to that. Oh, this has happened to me. My friend did this, that, whatever. Yeah. And it makes you reinvest in the story and then build back out until you get back to that Avengers movie where it's the big, hey, action fest, let's blow some shit up.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah. So that'll be their task going forward. So, anything
next?
That's what I was about to say. Yeah. Anything left to say before we jump in? I think, or jump to the next thing. Next is Loki. It is, it's the end of April right now. Loki starts, I the beginning of June, first week or two of June.
We get about a month off.
Yeah, about a month. Disney Plus is running through the Bad Batch, which I think is like 6 to 8 episodes of a Star Wars show. So we got Loki, which I believe is 6 episodes, could be 8. I can't remember now off the top of my head. But then we get Black Widow middle of July. And
when
then,
is the Bad Batch? In May?
Either next week or the week after. Yeah, it starts in
Oh
May.
wow!
So
they really like lining these up. Like
yeah,
you're gonna be in one of these universes like year round.
Yep.
You're gonna be in.
they're dropping stuff simultaneously right now. They're dropping the Mighty Ducks Game Changers at the same time, right. But that's more of a family show. Yeah. Whereas this is, kids can watch it. Sure, my kids have seen some Marvel movies.
They didn't put Goldberg in there. No, side eyeing y'all, Disney.
They didn't put much of anyone in there. Yeah. But yeah. So look, and then immediately after Black Widow, I don't think anything is coming out until. I think Shang-Chi is September. So that's not too long after. You get 2 months in between movies, and then I think is Doctor Strange this year or next year, or is it Eternals now? I can't.
I think it's Eternals now, and Doctor Strange got pushed out.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what this makes me want to Google it. I'm gonna Google MCU slate just so we know what we're talking about.
Phase 4
schedule. I can't. Okay, here we go. So Black Widow July 9th, Shang-Chi September 3rd, Eternals November 5th. Oh, and then Spider-Man No Way Home is December. So that's what we got.
So Strange is next year?
Apparently, yes. That'll be next year then. So we got some time before that happens.
Yeah.
Yep. Where's that? So, Black Widow July 9th. Oh, there was supposed to be the What If series as well. But it looks like it doesn't have a release date. It just says summer of 2021, so that could have got delayed or changed.
Yep.
Doesn't have exact release date. Shang-Chi September 3rd. Venom was supposed to come out September 17th, but I remember that got moved back. I think that's a summer 2022 now. This was written back in March. So I'm pretty sure that's changed since then. Hawkeye is late 2021. Oh, that could come out in December.
Yeah.
Miss Marvel late 2021. I don't know if that's going to come out this year. Morbius, Doctor Strange in next March. Thor. Black Panther 2, that's probably going to get delayed. Spider-Verse sequel. Captain Marvel 2. Ant-Man, Wasp, Blade. Fantastic Guardians, She-Hulk. Ironheart, Armor Wars. Oh, Secret Invasion too.
Oh yeah.
So Secret Invasion, Wakanda.
That was a comic book series, right? Or arc.
Yes, exactly. And then Wakanda was a show also set in Wakanda, obviously. Yeah, Secret Invasion was. I didn't read it per se. I've seen bits and pieces, kind of like clip outs of basically, and what I've heard from other people is the Skrulls are having a war.
Yep.
And they invade America, the world. They invade Earth and embed people high up governments. They also, Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman, is involved. Apparently, she turns out to be like the Skrull Queen or something like that. But they have people in the government and in, heroes got taken over. So I wonder why they're acting weird and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
basically infiltrated.
Yeah.
Started changing shit.
That makes me wonder because so we saw Nick Fury on the space station at the end of Far From Home, hanging out with the Skrulls, which takes place right around the same time as this show. What if Sharon Carter's a Skrull? Because she was blipped away, supposedly, as far as we know, or she faked her death. And this could be her infiltrating the government, and that's why her character flipped and changed. And so that would kind of explain away, you know, so it was, you know, it was Jessica Drew in the comics. She was a huge character. We don't have that character in the MCU. They could go with someone else and turn her into what was the Skrull Queen is what they called her.
Right.
I'm sure she has a name of some kind. I just don't know what it is. But that would make a lot of sense as to why Sharon's character changes so much. Why she just like did that? Because when they, I think they say in Captain Marvel, when they take over, they do get your memories and stuff like that. But not your whole personality. I'm sure there's still going to be differences between people. And so if she's been living her life as Sharon after she got blipped, I wonder if Sharon's on ice somewhere. She's locked up. She can't get out. Or maybe she's dead. She's straight up dead.
Yeah.
That's interesting. They could totally go that way.
Yep.
That's wild. Yeah. They're setting up. Kevin Feige's putting layers on layers, setting up stuff for the future.
He has to, because
we got a plan.
What he did with the first 3 phases is just like crazy. Yeah. So he got to go in his bag and think of some really outlandish shit.
Right.
Maybe even not, you know, they were following the comics like they're doing a pretty good job with following the comics, but he's gonna have to pull out some tricks. They'll
use the comics for inspiration. They don't follow them to the T. They just use them story base. And yeah, that's wild. I don't know. That could actually happen. Well, yeah. Overall, I like this show. I think it did exactly what it set out to be, which is turn Sam into Captain America.
Yeah.
Obviously, it had ties back to a lot of the systemic issues that affect Black people in America, and to be honest, all people of color in America. And there's a double meaning to the Flag Smashers as well when it comes to like immigration and stuff, and borders and just because you're born on this pile of dirt and I'm born on this other pile of dirt, we can't help each other.
Yeah.
Or the government rather can't help people, and there's a lot of deeper meaning to that as well. We got to explore, a lot of Bucky dealing with grief, PTSD, his guilt for the stuff he's done.
Yeah.
And then, introduce a new antagonist in John Walker to go forward. And then they set up for the future with, Sharon, possibly Skrull, power broker person going forward into the future, as well as, Valentina running with John.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything on that?
I just can't wait to see what John Walker. I know he about to get into some shit, and he's gonna take some unorthodox ways to get what he needed done. Right. Especially with that shady, his boss, the woman. She's shady as hell.
Yeah, absolutely. So, John's gonna be that guy who shows up at the party. It's like, hey guys, hey, I'm here to help, and everyone's like, oh fuck, he's here again. Who invited Walker? Like, he's not gonna be. I don't feel like he's gonna be a bad guy per se, but he's gonna be that annoying factor. Like, oh fuck, who invited this guy again? he's gonna be just like Captain America, but he's just gonna do stuff that Captain America can't do, because Captain America has to be so goody two shoe. Yeah, sure. Yeah. So he's just gonna be like, he could be running the Black Ops missions while Sam is more of a figurehead. Yeah. And a shining light type of situation. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, let's wrap it up. That was the show. That was the series. That was it for now, until Loki pops off in 5 or 6 weeks or whenever that's gonna happen. So, and for everyone watching, thank you for joining us. Absolutely, thank you. Yeah, let us know what you thought. Comment down below. Let us know what y'all thought about the series, about us, about our talking. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate you being here. And I guess we'll see you back in a few weeks whenever Loki starts up. Yes, sir. I'm sure we'll be doing some other stuff in between.
Yeah, I enjoyed this show. Like Sean said, it's our first podcast, YouTube series. So we're just, you know, doing what we do already, but deciding to record it and, you know, make some content around it. Tell us what you like, what you didn't like. We will probably have another series coming.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some non-MCU related stuff, Sean.
Yeah.
We talked about something. I'll keep. I won't say what it is. We talked about reviewing another TV show, but yeah, this has been legit. This is, you know, us getting our feet wet, and I'm glad I did it. I had some reservations. I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. So I'm really glad I did though, and thank you guys for watching and commenting and you know, really engaging with us.
Right on.
Yep.
All right, well, let's hit the music. Hit us up on Twitter, follow us, like the channel, subscribe, do all the mess.
All of the above.
Keep coming back for more.
Yes.
All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Till next time.